we all like a little bit of gimmickry. I mean, not much, but a little bit of gimmickry. And one of the things that sometimes we like to have at the table are little dice towers, you know, that you can pop your dice in and they randomize them for whatever reason. And there is a company in Poland called eRaptor who creates that sort of gimmickry little things, dice towers and mats and all sorts of things. We've received their latest range in dice towers and a couple of other supplements and items and props. So we're going to take a look at them. Welcome to the GMS Magazine Reviews. The range that the Polish company eRaptor has sent me this time includes a whole bunch of dice towers, which are really cool. I'm going to go into them in a minute, but first, this is the sort of things that eRaptor does, and they do really, really well. If you are a fan of Eclipse, this is a mini mat, small mat, for all the tokens and the pieces that you put in front of you at the table when you're playing your game, and helps you keep everything all nice, neat, and very, very tidy. I like that. Sometimes they're bigger mats, they come in 2 layers, so this sheet of plastic will be underneath, it will have a wooden sheet, so things are even tidier and you can move them around, but not for the mini one, which is fair enough and it's a lot more inexpensive as well. They are diversifying into what so far has been the weakest product. Now, it's the weakest product because it needs a little bit of glue to keep everything in place. Before I go into it, I'm going to set these aside and we'll go into them one by one. So I'm not just getting rid of them, but I need a bit of space. So that, my friends, is an A-bomb display, which I think is really good fun. Something like this, an explosion that you can just put in front of your games, which is excellent. Now it does need glue because the whole thing rattles and it disassembles very, very easily, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just something to keep in mind, and it disassembles, dismantles very quickly indeed. Like so. So you could take it anywhere if you wanted to, but ideally you really want to glue this one, otherwise it's just a little bit messy. Right, this way. They have a couple of ranges in terms of quality regarding the dice towers. This is the full plastic one. I like that instead of having the slopes that you would normally have in a dice tower, it comes with these little buttons, little sticks that you put through and secure, like so. So that gives you all the randomness and variation for your dice, which is quite nice. And in the back, I don't know if the camera can catch this, but in the back you have whatever it is that you want to have, laser cut, which is quite cool. I really like that quite a lot. Something like this will send you back about 15 euros, which, considering what you have, which is pretty good quality, you know, plastic, you know, this is not going to go anywhere. This doesn't bend. It's quite thick, nice plastic. It's actually pretty good value for money. So this is definitely very, very much of a winner. The wooden ones, this is really sweet. This is a very slim tower, and it's just 1 inch and a bit thick. Now this one, it came with a missing piece. The slope at the very bottom that propels the dice away, it's not there, and it leaves them like that. If it had it, then they would come out, which is all right. It doesn't bother me because they send them, so I'm not going to complain. But it's just one little thing to keep in mind. And in the back, you have those lovely dies being, again, laser cut. Lovely, lovely amount of detail. If the camera catches this, the lines are really thin and very, very cool. So that is lovely. Very nice combination of the transparent front with the wooden back. Really liking it. Now, I am a Dragon fan. So as you can imagine, this is ticking every single box that I would want to tick. Very satisfying, extremely simple to assemble. Very cool silhouette of a dragon, absolutely lovely. The profile is just so nice, and I can see an awful lot of very arty crafty people painting the dragons and doing all sorts of really cool stuff with it. You gotta love it. Again, it took me about a couple of minutes to assemble, which is next to nothing, and you get something as cool as this for about 12 euros, which is excellent. It's lovely. For the goth in you, my friends, here you have it, a goth dice tower. There's something really satisfying about just dropping your dice through a dice tower. I don't know what it is, but there is something really satisfying, and if you've never tried it, you really, really should. Very, again, really nice cutting details. Lovely, lovely little windows. The whole thing is just very cool indeed. Now, eRaptor is kind of the IKEA of the gaming world because you get this box. Let me show you something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Behold. 1, and that's the front piece. 1. 2. Sorry, I just love these things. Slot this one front in there, yes. This is the other side. Slot in there, and this is the last piece. A dice tower. How mega cool is that? That is just so lovely. And you can just dismantle it. Sorry, I keep saying disassemble. It's my accent. I do apologize. You can dismantle this in just the same length of time and take it anywhere with you. Your very own Lucky Charm dice tower. That has to be cool. That really has to be very cool. It is very cool indeed. I really like this range. I think it's quite whimsical, it's very original. But the one thing I like the most about this is that you can approach the company and create something special for you. So I can see an awful lot of companies going to eRaptor with companies that have Kickstarter campaigns, going to eRaptor and design your very own dice tower for your very own game as a stretch goal. That's the sort of things that this company is very good for, very, very good for. Or having your board game in Kickstarter and going to eRaptor to create a mat that can be a stretch goal for your game. I know they are not easily available in the United States. So if you are a distributor, you really want to contact these people. The feedback I've had from their mats is very good indeed. So it is worth considering them. I'm thrilled. I'm really thrilled. And that bell of the clock says I should be finishing because I've been going on for enough time. Thank you very much for listening and viewing, and please remember to subscribe because we are going to be doing a lot more videos very, very soon indeed. Thank you very much. I'm gonna